In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get unlimited leads on LinkedIn with one simple strategy. And no, I'm not going to ask you to send thousands of cold, spammy DMs. I'm also not going to ask you to invest a lot of money in paid advertisement. No, this is a strategy that when you pull it off right, you have people coming to you, raising their hand, wanting to work with you. Here's the thing. If you do this one post right, you have hundreds, if not thousands of people coming to you wanting to work with you, and you fill your pipeline overnight. Well, we've looked into 100 plus different post formats and we've curated the 3 best performer posts. So let's get started. So the best LinkedIn lead generation strategy for 2025 has these 3 steps, which I will explain and break down in extreme detail in a second. So first, what you want to do is you want to create your ATM post. Again, we'll break this down to the specifics in a second. Secondly, when you have a post like that and it is performing on LinkedIn, you want to, of course, reach out to these leads, the people that are raising their hand based on this post. Through conversations, you can, of course, convert them into paying clients. And last but not least, you always want to make sure that you measure what's working, you ditch what's not working, and you improve based on that. So let's get started with step number 1, creating your ATM post. And this comes down to the following few steps. So an ATM post is a post that you can publish on LinkedIn and generate leads at your disposal. So the first important element of an ATM post is choosing the right lead magnet type. So with this type of post, which shows like here, again, I will break down a few examples in a second. It's a post where you push a lead magnet on LinkedIn. So in the example here, it's a playbook. It's a 105-page document. It's like a workbook. It's like a playbook that I've put together. And that's the lead magnet. That's the asset I'm giving away to the audience. So if you stay till the end of the video, I'm going to show you our 3 best performing lead magnets. So which assets you need to add. But for this specific example, I'm just going to start with the playbook. So that's the first part of creating your ATM post. You're going to create a playbook. You're going to create a resource that's valuable for your audience. Secondly, what you want to do when you're creating this ATM post, you want to nail the double hook. So if you're familiar with writing content on LinkedIn, you have a written hook, and if you add a visual, you add a visual hook. So in this case, so in this example, I highlight a very common problem in the industry. I'm saying 99% of LinkedIn chases engagement and ends up broke. Here's the $1.55 million strategy that actually works. So I'm talking about the pain point and I'm hinting at a solution. And then as you can see with the visual hook, I'm introducing the playbook. And people are like, okay, a playbook has like this, it has this juicy tone. It feels like, okay, this is dense. It's not just like a checklist or like a 1-page document. It's like a very dense document. So these 2 things, the written hook and the visual hook, they work together seamlessly, hooking the reader in. So then the second part of the ATM post is we want to make it look juicy. And with that, we really want to go above and beyond to show the reader, which hopefully becomes a lead, that you're giving something away of value. So if you can see in my post, I'm writing, today I'm giving you my detailed system, templates, and the exact steps to book more calls and sign clients via LinkedIn. I know this is one of the core desires of my audience on LinkedIn. That's why I write the content about. And then I'm expanding on that. Like inside you find this, you find exact DM strips, the 5-step content system, viral hooks, follow-up sequences, the unique strategy used to generate $1.55 million for clients. This is a 103 pages document. Templates, examples. This is the playbook I wish I had started. So you can see I'm really making it juicy. So people are like, damn, that sounds like a lot of work. That sounds like a lot of value, a lot of information. I would love to have this. And what I did is, like, in terms of creating this ATM post, you need, of course, an asset, and you can simply build it out with AI. So for the context here, this 105 pages document, obviously I did not write myself from scratch. So what I did, I extracted and I downloaded all my best performing carousels, like the slide decks that I already created for LinkedIn, which are PDFs. I extracted the text, put it into a ChatGPT prompt, and by doing so, I just compiled this whole document. So it's basically just a repurposing of something that I've been doing before. So one of my carousels is, for example, about LinkedIn profile optimization. So that fills this part. Then there is a carousel that fills this part. So I didn't really have to write something from scratch. So whatever assets, whatever resources, whatever decks or documents you already have in your business, think of a way how you can use AI to build out a much stronger and a much more dense resource. And you can use that, of course, as the lead magnet post. And last but not least, the crucial thing with this ATM post is a very simple call to action, because at this point, I've hooked the reader in, I've shown the value. I really want to have them, I want to have them like, okay, this is something I want to have, tell me more. And then if you go to the bottom of my post, you see, just leave a like and a comment playbook, and I will DM it to you. And as you can see, this post went pretty bonkers, like 538 likes and 1256 comments. And half of these comments are mine, because everyone that replies this comment we reply back to in order to drive more engagement. But if you just divide this by half, you get 628 leads, engaged leads, because these are people raising their hands, interested in something that I have to give away. So we can consider them engaged leads from one single post. And this is just one post. Like I said, if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to show you 2 more posts that some of them did even better than this one. But this is how specifically you create an ATM post. So you want to create you want to choose the right type of lead magnet. You want to nail the double hook. You want to make it look juicy. Ideally, you want to build it out with AI, because you don't want to do the heavy lifting yourself, and you want to have, of course, a clear call to action. So what do you want the reader to do next? And the key here, the crucial element, is that you want to have people comment, because the more people comment, the more it signals the algorithm on LinkedIn that this post is valuable, so it's get pushed to more people. So that's step number 1. You create this post, you publish it on LinkedIn, and then you wait. So the next step in our strategy is the conversion part. So here is where we want to reach out and convert leads into paying clients. So as you can see, one of the ladies that replied, she followed the assignment, right? She commented playbook, and I'm like, hey, please check your inbox soon. So what I'm doing then, I'm sending the resource, which is basically, this is like an opt-in page. So we consider all the leads that we captured. We can see that in our email CRM system. But at the same time, I'm qualifying with intent. So I'm not just sharing the doc. I'm also qualifying, like, hey, are you here for the content only, or is getting leads one of your main goals on LinkedIn? Like I said, one of the things that we help our clients with is the client acquisition on LinkedIn through organic content. So for me, asking this question is just like a simple qualification process. And then I'm just getting through that. So now she's like, okay, I'm looking forward to this. Yes, I'm here to attract clients. So trying to learn everyone I can, yada, yada, yada. So we just start talking, and I'm just qualifying more. I'm asking more questions. I'm just figuring out more. Okay, where is she in her journey, and is there something I can help with? And then at the later stage, I'm like, hey, is this client's part something you like some extra help with? So I'm just asking for permission to pitch something or to provide any solution. She's like, yeah, we'll work through the material, but I'm definitely curious to see about what you and your team can do and the investment on my side. So that's, to me, it's a buyer intent cycle or signal, right? Because he's like, hey, I know you have something to sell, but I'm open. Let me hear what about the investment. So we started chatting. We make sure that we pinpoint a calendar invite, and based on that, and then the person signs up, all through LinkedIn, all organic. So 2,500 with no cost of acquisition. And that's, of course, the beauty of an organic content based selling system. And of course, between this step and this step, there's a lot of mini steps. There's a lot of like process in between, like, okay, how to structure and how to manage your DM conversations. If that's something that you need help with, we've compiled a mini course on DMs. So with this mini course, we're going to give you the 7-step DM framework, how to structure your DM processes from start to finish. So basically the process that you've seen here, high level. So if you need this document, it's a free mini course. Just go to the link in the description of this video. opt in and you will have it sent to your inbox straight away, and you can start using this in order for you to manage your inbox and move more people booking calls and closing deals on LinkedIn. So if you need that, make sure to hit the link in the subscription. So that's step number 2. That's where we convert the interest and we convert the attention that we've gathered with the first post. And that's, of course, great, right? That's already working. As you can see, we post content, we get leads, we qualify the leads, we have a conversation, we make an offer, and we close them in our high ticket program, right? That's how simple it can be. However, that's of course not where it stops, because we have a third and super important step where we're going to go over optimization. So we always want to make sure that we track the results and we optimize winners, right? So as I said at the beginning, like we have multiple winners. As you can see, this is the example that I gave you. So 538 likes and 1,200 comments. This one did even better. Like as you can see, like 1,554 comments. So divided by half, and it's almost 800 leads from one single post. And the other one did all right, like 350 leads. And as you can see, this starts to add up, and it fills our pipeline for months on end. So these are 3 amazingly well-performing posts. So of course you want to do more of that, right? But we have to track this in order to see how it works. So if we go a little bit deeper, you can literally see the spikes in my content dashboard where we posted these posts. So we can see, okay, this post got a small spike, not too much. As you can see, this post with the high number of comments definitely spiked, and this one did mediocre as well, right? So of course, like, impressions is great, but impressions and likes don't pay the bills, right? So we have to look a little bit deeper. And if I then look at the number of calls we booked within this period, I can definitely see spikes, right? So even though this peak in terms of impressions is not too high, it definitely caught a peak, because on this day we booked 5 calls organically. With the second post, like I said, that's like the top performer, easily to see. We booked around, 7 calls in 2 days, 13 calls in 2 days organically. And with this third peak, we booked 6 calls, and definitely some overlap here in the next few days. And that's of course how we can see, okay, these posts, how they perform on the front end. What does the impressions data say, and how can we then translate that to the numbers in our call booking, right? Because that's of course important to see as well. So these 3 posts did of course amazing, but in order for us to get to this point, like I said in the introduction, we've tested many other types of posts. So as you can see, there are 3 other examples here, similar setup. Like I break down, I make it look juicy. This is 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 2 months ago. There is a visual here, and as you can see, 153 comments. This is around 227 comments, and this is 480 comments. They did well, but nothing like the post that I shared in the beginning, right? So that's why we have to track these metrics. We have to track what's working and what's not working. And the beauty, of course, for you watching this video, you can skip the bad winners, but you can just expand on this, right? You can start working your way up to here, and you can start creating these ATM posts like this, and of course generate high ticket leads and convert clients on the back end. So as you can see, these 3 did they did well, and then we have a bunch of others. For the sake of simplicity, I didn't add them all, but these posts did between like 100 and 200 comments, some a bit more, some a bit less. Nothing really to be super excited about, but it's just part of the learning process, right? So it's amazing to see how this led to this, and this leads to this. So I'm just excited to see how we keep refining this process on our end, how we can push this to like 2,000 comments, which equates to roughly about 1,000 leads. Imagine 1,000 leads in your pipeline, in your CRM system. How much work would you have, right? Of course, not everyone converts straight away, because some people need a few weeks, some people need a few months, but imagine the number of people you just organically generate into your pipeline just from the internet, right? Because the beauty with these posts is, because they go viral, they are being pushed to my 2nd and 3rd grade connections, which for me is just completely unexplored territory on LinkedIn. So even though I have like 51,000 something followers, with these posts, I just tap into new audiences, which brings new people into my world. So I would highly recommend you to create these ATM posts in a similar structure as that I've shown you, right? And this is something that we teach all of our clients. So we run a program which is called Authority Figures Program. If you're interested in learning more about that, make sure to book a call with the link in the description. But this is basically the setup. So we help our clients create ATM posts. We help them with the conversion side of things. We help them close deals through chat if they prefer. We help them close or book calls if they prefer that. We help them write these copies. We put them together in like the right formats, etc., etc. So it's a very cohesive process to get from creation to conversion to optimization. And as I showed in the beginning, it's a cycle, because the more data points we have on this, my goal now is to swap these out and have these become bad performers, right? That's the goal. So we want to double down on the winners and ditch the rest. And let me quickly go to LinkedIn, which is like a real-time overview, of course. So if you can see, this is one of the lead magnets. Like I said, I spoke about hooks here, 772 comments, 25,000 impressions, pretty okay. Then we got the middle one, which is 484 likes, 1,500 comments, over 100,000 impressions. Well, if you're running ads, just calculate how much of a CPM that would be. That would be a few $1,000s to get that, right? And this is just organic, so no cost involved, just the time and the energy to create this document. But this is basically a Notion page with templates. Again, I build that out with AI and with ChatGPT. And of course, the beauty now is the one moment I have that resource, whenever I have that lead magnet, I can just write a new post and plug it again, right? And then last but not least, we got a different example here, which is the playbook that I showed in the beginning. So I created a Giphy because this definitely plays into like the being juicy part, because I just scroll to this and people are like, damn, I want this. And then the only thing I'm asking is like, hey, come and play the book, and I will DM it to you. And as you can see, people link above, playbook, it's sent. Appreciate your day, etc., etc. So people just comment and we send them the resource. So yeah, hopefully this has been helpful. If this sounds like something you're interested in building into your business, this is part of what we do within the Authority Figures program. Make sure to book a call with the link in the description. And with that being said, thanks for watching.